Hey, welcome to the special video that you guys voted for. Port of Call was the winner of 31 Days of Horror Games. It got the most likes, and I said that whichever video got the most likes, I would do a special video about it. I would look for some games that were somewhat similar to it so that you guys could potentially play some of these other games, and I said that I'd play Port of Call again. And I would pick the second ending this time, because remember, in Port of Call, there was two different endings. No big spoilers, because if anybody wants to go back and watch that video, or they want to, they want to play it themselves, then stop this video right now. You don't have to watch it. You can go play the game yourself, or you can go check out that other video that I did. I think that was day 6. Yep, it was day 6. Wow, that feels like forever ago. Oh, but I'll put that full playthrough at the end of the video, so you guys can jump to there to check it out if you want to. I'll put a little timestamp right here. This is where the second playthrough of Port of Call starts. Right here. All right, perfect. As of now, though, I'm going to give a little recap of Port of Call, and I'm going to talk about, the games that I found that were kind of similar to Port of Call. Remember, I put together a little theme. I found a description that I felt fit the game pretty well. And, I'll jump to that in just a second. First, let's do the quick little recap. Okay, so the plot is pretty simple. But in my opinion, pretty sad too. We follow a man that finds himself on a strange and mysterious dock. At first, he sees a woman, but she vanishes. He then meets an old ferryman that hires him to gather tickets from the passengers that are aboard his ferry that has quite suddenly and mysteriously appeared right in front of us. As the main character meets with the passengers, he finds that some of them are kind of familiar. But bit by bit, he slowly comes to a realization that everyone aboard this vessel is dead, aside from him. Well, not yet at least. As they make it to the final port, he is faced with a question. Will he return to the world of the living, or pass on with the loved ones that are ready to go? When we played this game the first time, we chose to return to the world of the living. It was simple, mainly some audio on a dark screen that symbolized him waking up in a hospital. All in all, a very nice and simple, heartfelt story. I appreciate that the developers, Underdog Games, put some thought and care into it. Heck, even the title of the game has a deeper meaning. They put a little bit of thought and care into that too. When I looked up Port of Call online, I found that according to dictionary.com, a port of call is a port visited briefly by a ship, usually to take on or discharge passengers and cargo, or to undergo repairs. In this instance, the end of the game did just that. The passenger got off, but none got back on. That port of call was the final port. All right, I think that's enough of a recap, and even a fun fact. I gave a little fun fact about the game. Ha! Let's move on to the games that are similar to Port of Call. While looking for the games, I had a pretty simple bit of criteria I decided to follow. I kind of mulled over what I felt was a decent explanation of the game. It's not perfect, but it was enough that it helped me kind of pinpoint some other games to find that were, again, similar to it. Not one for one, but similar. Kind of gave off a similar vibe. I was looking for a low-poly walking simulator with an eerie atmosphere. I felt like this summed up Port of Call pretty well for the most part. The art style for this game is all over the place. It's very cartoonish in its nature. There's definitely some filters going on that are giving this kind of line art around some of the characters. And it's a mix of high poly, medium poly, and low poly artwork. It's all over the place. But a good chunk of Port of Call was low poly in its design, in my opinion. Many of the assets and character models were angular and somewhat rough in how they looked, having flat surfaces as opposed to rounded edges. Not all of them were like that, but enough that I felt it would be a good direction to head in while searching. Something to narrow it down at least. When it comes to Walking Simulator, to put it simply, that was a tag in the tag portion of Steam. To be fair, we did walk around a lot while playing. The world wasn't massive, but that doesn't mean it's not a walking sim. Walking simulators are games which usually don't have any combat and involve the player mainly interacting with the environment, moving around, and occasionally some puzzles. Again, I felt like that fit Port of Call pretty well. Now, as to why I chose eerie atmosphere to tack that on there, atmosphere is very important in a game, in my opinion. The color scheme, the sound effects, everything about atmosphere changes whether or not... simple things like that can change a game from, cute to horror pretty quickly. but I didn't feel that Port of Call was necessarily like a horror game, even though it was in 31 Days of Horror and it had a horror tag. It felt more eerie is the best word I could think of. Eerie means, well, according to dictionary.cambridge.org, eerie means strange in a frightening and mysterious way. In Port of Call, we found ourselves on a boat, sailing a dark sea with a gray and cloudy sky. Pretty mysterious and frightening, in my opinion. So, eerie. With these 3 tags, I feel like I was able to find 3 games that they're pretty close. They're similar, to say the least. Not perfect. Similar doesn't mean perfect. It just means to resemble. You know, it's close. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be close. And let's see. What game should I start with? There's again, three games. Let's start with Babbdi. Babbdi was developed by serious, I'm gonna butcher this again, Lemaitre and Leonard Lemaitre, something along those lines. I'm so sorry. It was also published by the Lemaitre brothers. It was released December 22nd, 2022, and it's free, which hey, I love that. I love a good free game every once in a while. I love supporting developers, but if they want to put it out for free, I'm not going to complain. So let's talk a little bit about the plot. What's the plot of Babbdi? In Babbdi, we follow our protagonist as they search for a train ticket that will permit them to leave the city of Babbdi. Yeah, it's pretty much that. It's pretty simple. We get to walk around and look at stuff. Like, it's very much a walking simulator. We're heading all over the city, exploring, meeting with people. There are kind of a few puzzles here or there. I mean, it's more of like trying to complete little quests. There's a little quest thing, a little trophy section that, pops up when you hit the pause button. There are things you can do there. They're kind of like puzzles, just a little bit. And I'll tell you what, as we explore, a lot of Babbdi is very creepy. I mean, the overall look of Babbdi, it's eerie. It's an eerie atmosphere. This is like a dystopian kind of city right here. It is all made of concrete. It is falling apart. I would even say it's brutal, which brutal came to my mind simply because, well, there's this thing called brutalist architecture. I'm not an architect. I'm no expert. I've heard about it here or there. I've heard people talk about it. I did a little bit of research while I was looking at this game, and brutalist architecture focuses on exposed concrete or bricks, angular geometric shapes, rough surfaces, exposed utilities, and monochromatic color palettes. It's very, I guess you could say it's just focusing on the function, I think is a good way to put it. It's not necessarily looking all beautiful and decked out, and there's not all these different paints and colors to it. It's just, hey, I work and I'm going to last. I'm going to last a long time is the way I kind of view brutalist architecture. So, yeah, I felt like the city, the buildings and structures of Babbdi very much are an example of brutalist architecture. Now, if you want to throw in the comments why you think they aren't, or you want to throw in, why you think they are, totally go for that. Throw it in. Like, I am not against us having like a little bit of commentary on that. Like, this is always, as always, learning new things comes from communicating with people and talking with people. So do not be afraid to argue or even expound upon brutalism if you guys want to. That's keep it civil, but totally throw it in there if you want. Talk about it. And aside from the architecture, the people are also brutal. I think they look very brutal. I mean, when I was thinking about descriptions, I was like, that's a potato man. He has this horrific potato face. It's very rough, and it's, oh my, those teeth are, oh no. I mean, again, the people, the world, the city, it feels like it's broken. It's dystopian. Again, it's eerie, and it feels almost void of hope. But hope does remain. That little train ticket, the one key to our escape. But finding that train ticket, it'll take you a second for searching and exploring and going all over the place. It's, it's not necessarily the quickest thing. It can be a quick thing. If you jump over here, again, remember I said there's little quests / trophies that you can attempt to complete. right here, it says that you can beat this game in 4 minutes. You can speedrun this thing, and it makes sense. They give you plenty of, I guess you could just say items, that you can use and interact with that help you move around the place very quickly. For instance, this motorcycle. This thing, boom, just very quick. It was so fast. I was having a hard time using it, but it did help me explore. It even helped me explore out of the city a little bit. See, I was able to go into this like waterway area, which was very cool, but also made me realize that if people wanted to, they could probably just flood the city and kill everyone. I mean, yeah, no, this place is, yeah, it's not a good place. I also just this was one of my favorite things once I found it. There's a leaf blower. There's a leaf blower that you can get, and you could think, oh, what am I gonna do with a leaf blower? This leaf blower lets you basically do like a super jump, not a double jump, not a triple jump, like bam, you are up in the air, you are flying across, you know, well, you couldn't go side to side, but you could go up. You could go side to side very little, which still made things challenging. It was not necessarily easy landing on everything. It was kind of frustrating at times, but it was also just a huge like weight off my shoulders at times. I was able to get places. In fact, if I hadn't found this thing, I don't know how long it would have taken me to beat this game. It took me almost an hour. Like online, I saw people were saying it could take somewhere around 45 minutes to beat it, but it took me an hour. Granted, I was also exploring like crazy. That is something that I felt was so important with this game, and I feel is so important with walking sims. That desire to explore a world, in my opinion, means that you have succeeded in creating a walking sim. Because really, there's not a lot else to a walking sim. I mean, you can put in some stories and like puzzles like we were talking about earlier, but that desire to want to continue to explore the world, that is just so important. I personally wanted to go back and play this game again because there were all these different achievements I didn't achieve. I really wanted to get this one. I wanted to get to the highest point. I tried for a minute too, and I got lost, and I'd love to try that again. I have no doubt. I want to do that so I can look just all over Babbdi and see everything. But I had to stop, you know, because there were other games that needed to be played. I beat it, so I had to step away from it. It sucks, but that's just how it goes. And again, I highly recommend playing this one. Out of all the games I played, this one was probably the most fun. I really enjoyed this game. And for free, for a free game, this was amazing. Absolutely loved it. I definitely recommend checking out Babbdi. Okay, let's jump on to the next game. Let's talk about Sayo. Costing $4.99, developed and published by Sayo, and released May 31st, 2024, Sayo follows a young girl who finds herself in a strange, snowy town, filled with houses that all look similar. Her memories are lost, and so is she. The game gives off a PSX vibe with its design, but PSX is still low poly, just a little more grainy, to put it simply. Now, an empty town with dark gray skies and falling snow feels very similar to Port of Call with its atmosphere. In fact, out of all the games, I'd say this one's atmosphere is probably the closest. It's not super scary, but it puts a person on edge. It is, in fact, eerie. But the music does offset the eeriness just a bit. Sayo's music is both soothing, sweet, and somewhat sorrowful. I don't know how to describe it other than it gave me this feeling of something gently coming to an end. That's the best way I could put that into words. And speaking of end, I will state I couldn't bring myself to finish this game. I played it for about an hour, maybe an hour 20, and then I was kind of like, oh. From what I saw online, it takes anywhere from 4 to 6 hours to beat, and there are 2 endings. There's a lot of walking aimlessly around, and that is one of the biggest reasons that I had to just put it down. I started getting a headache, and I started getting frustrated. Everything looks the same, and it was it was kind of maddening. Like, I felt bad for Sayo walking around, which might be what the developers were trying to go for. I mean, Sayo is in fact lost. She's lost her memory, she's lost her way, and she's trying to find herself, and it's chaotic. The world that she's in is uniform and chaotic. and I'd say definitely confusing. And it's a walking sim, so of course it's going to be, just walking around. There's not going to necessarily be a ton to it. Oh, there was some like platforming, which I really enjoyed. There are these stairs you can go up, and once you get to the rooftops, you can kind of just jump around, and you can kind of see things off in the distance when you do that. I loved that. Although I couldn't really find many stairs. I think I found like 3 or 4 stairs in total. I wish there had been more stairs so I could have gotten to the roof and looked around a little bit more and jumped and everything, because again, that was fun. I had to be really careful jumping around, because if some of the distances were close and you could make it if you were careful and you planned it out right. And I had so much like, yes, I did it when I hit those moments. But yeah, don't get to do that a lot because there aren't a lot of stairs and it's kind of hard to get onto the roofs. I wish there had been a little more direction in this game, just some way to navigate the world. There was this one aspect to it that I thought was really cool once I figured it out. I went over to a light switch. I found these light switches on the wall, flipped them, and I turned the day mode to night mode, so it was all dark and everything. And I found a little glowing light. And when I followed that little light and I stuck with it, even though it moved slow, I stuck with it and I moved with it, I found a ball. From what I'm understanding, it belonged to Sayo's dog, Pun. I think that was what I saw. Yeah, Pun. So, there's some story here. There's a little bit of lore, definitely. Sayo's going to find her memories as she interacts with objects. It's just hard to find those objects and those locations, too. You find locations. There are a couple spots that are important, like this one right here. Looks like an apartment complex. You get a little memory thing once you get to the top of it. And this thing right here, I believe it's a tankard of some sort. I've seen it in videos before. I don't know what they hold, but I've definitely seen them before. I think I've seen them in real life too, or something at least very similar to them. You can climb to the top of this thing, and yeah, you get a little memory that kind of pops up. So when I did find those memories, it was so satisfying, and I loved it. But it was incredibly difficult, and the wandering around aimlessly where everything looks the same, very frustrating and difficult. And you know what? That just means that this isn't one of my types of games. I have a hard time with games like this. Maybe there are people that would have fun mapping out the world and figuring out the layout of this just strange and eerie city, and maybe people would really enjoy that. For me, though, that's just not my type. If someone sees this and they're absolutely like, yes, I love walking sims like this where I really have to explore and it's up to me to figure out where I'm going, then hey, give this game a check, and please let me know in the comments like how you liked it and how it was for you. I want to know how this is for people that really love this type of game, because just because I don't like a game doesn't mean it's a bad game. It just means it's not my type of game, and that's okay. All right, let's jump on to our third game. Our final game that we'll be looking at is Dear Future. I honestly stumbled on this game last minute, and I am very happy I stumbled on it at all. Developed by Future Production Committee and published by Team OK LLC, it was released April 20th, 2021, and is free. You play as, you're called a pilgrim. But you're basically this person that is sent to an old city that has experienced some sort of calamity. You kind of figure it out as you go around, or at least you get little glimpses into the lore as you explore the world. And you glimpse these things with a very special camera. You're sent with a camera that is able to glimpse into the past. It is our job to document as much as we can of these ruins of this old city, and we have to do it before 8 p.m. At that point, we will be retrieved and we will pass our camera on to the next pilgrim. The majority of the game takes place in a low-poly, abandoned, eerie city, filled with the flickering flames of the departed. With our camera, we can see their thoughts and learn from them. We're also able to bring back old structures, but to be honest, this mechanic isn't used very often in the game. Mainly these bridges right here. At least that's the only thing I was ever able to interact with. And you can't really do many of them. You see, along with being a walking sim focused on exploration, it's also kind of a multiplayer game. At least you kind of interact with other players. Or you could say the pilgrims that came before us. You see, other players are able to interact with the world and, set up cameras and take pictures as well. And when we explore the world, we're exploring the ruins that they explored. So they'll bring up, bridges here or there and, you know, we get to cross them and see who put it up. You know, I think it's I think it's kind of fun. And again, the other fun thing about this game, once you do it, someone else can come along afterwards and they can see your tag and everything, and they get to also continue to explore and take pictures. Again, I think it's fun. I thought that this was incredibly fun. I felt like this is kind of important. This game doesn't have a real ending. After we're retrieved, we get to pick one of the pictures we took and we get to add it to a book that other pilgrims can see. But even though there isn't like a real like end, once you're done with the game, you're kind of just done with it. It just goes black and you get sent back. Yet there just isn't anything else to do after that. The world is so captivating that it made me want to play this game again and again and again and just explore. I didn't get to explore anything in that little bit of time that I had. I played this game for about half an hour. That's it. That's all I played. Half an hour. And it had me hooked. And again, I feel like that's a huge success for a walking sim, wanting to continue to explore the world. That is just, that is the highest praise I can give a walking sim, is that I wanted to come back and keep playing and playing and exploring and exploring. I mean, while I explored, there were little bits of lore scattered within forgotten journals and the thoughts of the dead. As I gathered that stuff, it gave me just enough to help me piece together some sort of holy war took place. That's kind of what I think. That's the vibe I got. I don't want to spoil anything too heavily for anyone. That's just the vibe I got. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the vibe I got from exploring and looking around and just looking at things. I mean, what's that over there? Do you see that big like thorny beanstalk that's heading up into the clouds? I don't know what that is. I didn't find out what that is, but I would love to. I think it would be awesome to figure out where that thing came from. So many questions, so many answers that I want, but I didn't get it in just 30 minutes. I would honestly love to play this game again. And this game might be, in my opinion, the most different from Port of Call in mechanics. But the themes of the dead, the eerie atmosphere, and the low poly style, I felt made it very similar in its vibe to Port of Call. And honestly, again, none of these games are a one-for-one. Each are their own games, with their own stories and unique attributes. But again, I feel that if you're looking for something similar to Port of Call, something that's a low-poly walking simulator with an eerie atmosphere, I'd recommend giving Babbdi, Sayo, and Dear Future a try. And, as I promised, let's do another full playthrough of Port of Call again. This time, we'll pick the other ending. So, that's going to start right now. It's going to go right now. We're going to play it. And if you don't want to watch me play it, again, log out, go find Port of Call. It's free on Steam. Go give it a check. Go check it out. You can find all these games on Steam. But if not, sit back, and I hope you enjoy. Again. Oh, all right, we're back. We're playing it again. We're going to do the second ending. Let's get going. All right, look at, it's kind of fun seeing the lighthouse like this, knowing what the lighthouse means, now that we've actually finished it once. I mean, I felt like we kind of knew what the lighthouse meant. I knew it was kind of the end. It felt like the end. And there she goes. And now the old man. There he is. Do here. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with you? Boy, there, you're late. Late for what? Where am I? Let's do where am I. I think you know perfectly well why you're here. Well, now we do. On board with you. I'll see you in the bridge. Come on. Now let's get. Yeah, so we're kind of dead, but we're not dead. We're in that middle. Ooh. Yeah, I just realized he teleported. Because we didn't see him run past us. He 100% teleported to this point. Oi. All right, to business. I assume you know how to do your job. No, we don't, because you don't explain it until right now in this very, very, very moment. I'm the captain of this here hunk of scrap, and I'll have no more dilly-dallying. What are you talking about? Great. They've sent me another idiot. Da-da-da-da-da. Having the time to hold your hand while you learn to pick your nose. And again, ew. I just noticed that's kind of an interesting painting off in the background. It's very abstract. Oh, I have a ship to run. I guess I can start you off with a simple task. If it's not too hard for your wee little brain. There's a little girl in the first cabin on the left. I don't want to cry again, but I'm probably... go get her ticket. Little brat won't let me come within a foot of her without squealing like a babe. Come back to me when you're done. Okay, and if you're feeling a bit lost, feel free to come back and chat. We already know that's not true. I'll take care of you. He's an absolute jerk to us. Yeah, anytime. Oh, hey, dead people. Ooh, walking through them. Anytime we try talking to him, it's a no-go. He does not want to talk to us. I never went behind the boat. Oh, there's the little girl right there. She's sad. Oh, and here we go. Now that we know how she died, ugh, I don't know. Makes me, ugh. Yeah, I didn't get to see this last time. Wait, what is that? There's something back there. Can anybody else see that? Was there something we could have... Is that like a little secret thing? It's between the wheels. You can kind of see it. There's something resting right there. Dang it. Is there a way to get back there? I wonder if that's like a cool Easter egg or maybe an just a misplaced asset. It could just be a misplaced asset. Something just left there. Oh, man. I don't know. But now I want to know. We're checking this side. Oh, I feel like there weren't as many dead people before. I felt like these rooms weren't filled with anything. You know, maybe I just wasn't looking hard last time. I don't think I came in here after speaking with the... I think I did a little bit of searching beforehand, and then I spoke with the guy. And yeah, that doesn't come through. Huh. I guess they don't really pop up until, you know, after you talk with the guy. But wait, no, I went and searched this room, which oddly enough, that room doesn't have anything to it. Maybe it's the ladies' room. Our wife, girlfriend, wife. I'm guessing, I believe it was wife. What is that? I am so curious, but there's no way for me to get over there. Maybe when we go upstairs and talk with Daddy Dearest, we'll be able to, I don't know, get a little information. Maybe there's a little secret way. You know, something we can do to get out there. I don't know. Okay. Whoa, that was... Whoa. We're going to breeze through this just a little bit because I don't think I can handle it again. Don't eat me. Who are you? Nobody, I guess. The ferryman sent me. Nobody, I guess. Well, you don't look like the boogeyman. Boogeyman? The tall, scary man. He has a hood and he's trying to eat me. Are you his scary friend? Boo. That's not funny. But you don't seem scary like him. You seem familiar. Oh, I did it again. Sometimes you just click too quickly. My name... It's Lily. I haven't heard it in a while. What about yours? I would tell you if I remembered. That's not fair. I gave you my name. Where is Ted's? Who is Ted's? Ted's is the best bear in the world. He's my best friend. The last time I saw him, we were playing together and hiding from Marcus. Could you find Ted's? Yep. I think last time I was confusing Ted's with a third person when Ted's is just the teddy bear, even though we picked up the teddy bear. Because I said something like, how do I put it? Oh, I said something like, wait, there was a third person playing hide and seek with us. It's like, no, Ted's was just the third person playing hide and seek, and he's not a good seeker. Oh, Ted's, I missed you so much. Okay, I did that oddly, but the last thing I remember is me, Marcus, and Ted's were playing together while Mom and Dad were gone. Why are you here? I don't know. My memory gets all fuzzy after what? The three of us were playing hide and seek. Marcus, Ted's, me. Marcus was the seeker. Ted's had a great idea for a hiding spot, so I listened to him. Ted's... Where did you hide? We went to go hide in with the rest of Ted's friends in the toy chest. I climbed in, but the lid fell down and it got dark. I got scared. I don't know, something about just stuff happening to kids. That's when I really start to tear up. The wooden lid was too heavy. I couldn't lift it off. What happened next? I called for Marcus as loud as I could, but he didn't come. It was so dark. Dang it. And I couldn't breathe. And then it hurt. Maybe it sucks because I have a kid and I've got nieces and nephews and everything. And the idea of something happening to them, man, it's not okay. Why didn't Marcus find me? I'm sure he looked for you. Yeah, he always liked being seeker. I just don't know why he didn't find me. Do you think he wanted to find me? Of course. I think you're right. I'm remembering hearing him call for me. I hope I see his dorky face again someday. I have to be careful. A little careful. Gotta keep the mouse away from the text because I clicked that too quick and... Oh, it does say fathom. Yeah, I wonder what fathom means. All right, let's see. So, fathom. What is the meaning of fathom? Fate. The Latin word for fate is fathom, which literally means what has been spoken. Fathom, in turn, comes with fari, meaning to speak. In the eyes of the ancients, your fate was out of your hands. What happened was up to the gods and demigods. Predicting your fate was a job for oracles and prophets. Okay, so the ticket is quite literally saying fate. Oh no. So basically, those tickets are saying that this is your fate. Your fate is to be here, to cross over to the other side. You know, it's their fate to be on this boat. Oh. All right, let's talk to you. You got your first ticket. I guess you're not completely inept. The girl Lily made it sound like she was dead. Yeah, no. And what of it? Ah, don't tell me you feel sorry for her. See, here, loads of kids off every day. Oh. He's a little desensitized, and you don't give a rat's arse about any of them. Oh, well, not desensitized. I tried figuring out this word earlier last time. It's not desensitized. It's he's put up a wall, so he's not hurting quite so bad. He's basically blocking his empathy. Why would she be any different? Who was she? Do I look like I care? It doesn't matter. So she's dead, and so's most everyone in this wreck. Am I supposed to have a bleeding heart every time some kid shows up here with a sob story? Bah! Anyway, I got another job for you now, laddie. Use the lift at the end of the hallway and go talk to the drunkard in the bar. I can't understand a thing the fat man says. That's because he's slurring. And I don't have any time for any more of your stupid questions. That's what I mean. He doesn't want to talk with us. Oh, he's a gruff man. That's okay. Oh, there's the elevator. Man. No, it's going to kill me. Hold on. Well, with my little search, at least this AI overview says, when someone puts up an emotional wall, it's typically referred to as creating a psychological barrier or a defense mechanism. Essentially, self-protective barrier that limits emotional vulnerability and closeness with others, often stemming from past hurts or fear of getting hurt again. I felt like there was a different word for it, but maybe it's just a defensive. Psychology today, defensive wall. Maybe it's just a defensive wall or an emotional wall. One of the two. It's something like that. It's putting up like emotional walls, I guess. Whoop, okay, whoop, go up. Da da da. Yeah, that still looks like a dragon scale or something. Yeah. Oh, we're here. Oh wait, black and orange flames or a scary, scaly surface. Oh, they even think it's dragon scales. Huh. Ah, the old man. Let's go talk with him. Well, he's not an old man, but, you know, Dad. It's dear old Dad. Oops, sorry, spoilers, I guess. You can't let a man drink without some music. The crowd next to me won't stop chattering, and there's no one here. Why don't we get a song playing? Okay. Maybe there are other people here, but we can't see them because we have no connection to them. No list of songs. I'll have to just try my luck. There we go. She's playing. Let's talk with this guy. Let's see what he has to say. Now this is vinyl. Oh, there you are. What kind of service is this? I've been waiting for ages, you know. What are you talking about? The ferryman sent me. Yeah, he did now. That old curmudgeon must have gotten sick of my nagging. Well, how about it then? Want to serve an old man a drink? Oh! I'll play along. Cheers! Let's see, how about we start with something simple? Yes, I think a gin and tonic will do nicely. I actually like this. This is like a little, it's kind of a, how do I put it? This is kind of like the one puzzle in this game. It's, you have to figure out the drink based off of the, like the nickname for the actual alcohol or drink itself, if that makes sense, the liquid. So gin and tonic, I believe that the bearded sailor's the rum, if I remember correctly, because, you know, sailors like rum, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, yo ho ho. And then the juniper delight, is that the gin? That might be the gin. Potato riot, vodka, because vodka is often made with potatoes. William orange, I guess that's the orange juice. Simply quinoa, I think that's the tonic, because I've heard that quinion, I think, is in tonic water, sometimes. And then that's obviously soda. So gin and tonic is what he said. So let's try the quinoa tonic. Yep. And not bearded sailor, but the juniper delight gin. Yep, guessed it. That's the stuff. Now then, why don't you tell me about yourself? I'm here for your ticket, Gramps. The ferryman told me everyone on the ship was dead. Do you think I'm dead? This is going to sound stupid, but I don't even remember my name. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Things like that have a tendency of floating back around. Heh, get it? Floating, because we're on a boat, and, never mind. Anyway, I think it's time for another drink. Why don't we get a little fancier? How about some vodka with orange juice? Okay, let's do it. So the vodka was the potato. Yep, and then William Orange juice. Orange juice. All right. That's what I'm talking about. I'd tip you. Well, if I had any money, that is. Now, what were we talking about? The ferryman told me everyone on the ship was dead. Do you think I'm dead? Well, you don't look quite dead to me, son. But if that's so, you're in pretty good company. Most everyone on the ship's been dead for some time now. Well, except for the grouch in the raincoat. No one's quite sure about him. Do you remember how I died? How can I tell if I'm dead? Do you remember, how about that? Now that's a question only you can answer. It's different for everyone. Give it some time, though. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Then, do you remember how you died? That's a story I've not told in a long time. And not one with a particularly happy ending either. Are you sure you want to hear it? Sure, go ahead. I had a daughter once a long time ago. Suffice to say, she died in an accident when she was young. And my wife followed her soon after. Died of a broken heart, I guess. It was only me and my son then. And, well, I took to drinking. It eventually did me in. Now then, how about another drink? I think I'm feeling some old-fashioned rum and cola this time. We got rum and cola. So soda pop's got to be soda. Or rum. Or rum and cola. That's got to be the cola. Yep, it said cola. Bearded sailor rum. Yep, rum. Okay, here you go. That's just some strong drink. Yep, he's slurring. Thinkish, markish. Yep, slur. I think I'm going to take a nap now. Wait, what did you call me? Hey, it's the lady. Now we know who she is. Oh, and that says Fatum. Or Fatum. Actually, I don't know. Horse's ticket. All right, let's keep going. Let's talk with her. Oh, she disappeared. No, go down. Oh, can I go up? Up. No. Go down. Oh, it's jiggling. Oh, boy. There she is. We got to get her ticket now. This is going a lot smoother now that I don't have to deal with the game crashing. Last time the game kept crashing because I had it on the highest setting. Not this time, though. We've been pretty good since I've kept it at beautiful. Everyone is so tall. I see you got the old drunk fool's ticket. Good job, I suppose. Right, well, I don't have time to humor you or every fancy right now. The choppy waters require my full... Wait a minute. The hell is that woman doing out there on the bow? Oh, you there. Get off me bow. You're blocking the view. It's a massive window. You are fine. Bloody girl's not listening. Go out there and get her to move. It's a massive, massive window. Like, that is... You are fine. Like, she is right there. You can calm down, man. There we go. She's right out here. It's kind of a weird boat. It's a good boat, I guess. It's a good boat because it floats. Hello. You're the first person I've seen on this ship who doesn't look dead. But your face is blurry. Oh, because we probably don't have a mask on like you do. Why are you here? I could ask you the same question. I'm here to collect your ticket. Excuse me, lady. I need your ticket. I've waited here for so long, I've forgotten the need to speak. Oh, I'm waiting for someone to board the ship, so I've been holding on to my ticket. Someone? I didn't see anyone else getting on a moving ship. There's a lighthouse ahead of us. I'm sure there's someone there. I don't see a lighthouse. I don't see a lighthouse over there. Oh, I didn't pick that line of dialogue last time. That's interesting. We can see it, but they can't. Oh, because the lighthouse is the... Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm just spoiling if you haven't. It's just another sunny day over the blue water. Oh, everyone sees things differently on this ship. That's interesting. Have you tried walking around and talking to people here? I've spoken with everyone I know on the ship. They are innocent, delusional, and pessimistic. I believe one is a shadow of the person I'm looking for. Oh, are you talking about the black silhouettes on the ship? I mean shadow in a more figurative way. Oh, these people that you cannot see are people you do not know. That makes sense. This person is someone I know, but he is not his whole self. Not whole. I haven't seen any dismembered passengers. Yes, he is missing a large part of himself. His shadow feels like the embodiment of negativity. His mask haunts me. Did this person help you remember who you're looking for? I didn't speak to him for long. He didn't have anything helpful to say, mostly hurtful. Huh, jerk. I could not see his face as he was wearing a mask like the others. You literally have all been wearing masks. He does not sound very nice. I don't think I've met the guy. He is not very nice. I don't think you would have. He's below the main deck in the boiler room. How did you get down there? The lift only goes up. Does the ferryman know about this guy? The elevator is a little strange. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. If only I could. Oh, wait, what did it? I could hardly move anymore. The mask weighs on me so. It doesn't seem heavy. What's up with the mask anyway? Goodness, what does my mask look like? You don't have a mask. You're different. Yep, because we're in the middle. There's nothing guarding your face, and you almost seem alive. I couldn't tell you if I'm dead or alive. Think, who was it you were looking for? ... He was the one who waited with me in the hospital. Oh, I don't know how long I've been here, but it seems like I'm more familiar with this ship than any place else. I see. Can you remember anything else about him? And you don't get any answers from the Shadow Man? You don't remember anything else about him? When I think about him now, I see the mask of the man in the boiler room. I don't know why, but it torments me. Maybe the ferryman has answers. No, he cannot help. Find the boiler man. I'm not going to last much longer. Marcus. Does she just go down? No, she stops right there. Oh, yep. Oh, she fell down to her knee. Oh, I see now. Fatum, something along that line. Alice's ticket. Okay. You're a grumpy old man. Let's go talk with the boiler man. I kind of wish... Can I run? No, I can't. I thought I could. For some reason... Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I guess I can't run. I tried to click shift and it tried to pull up a command key thing. So... Yeah, no, never mind. Let's go down. I felt like I could run, though. I felt like there... I don't know. Oh, that's pretty. Pagoda Bridge. I never had a chance to really travel. Huh. I wish I could travel some more. I do like all this coal. It's kind of fun. It's very dirty. Coal can get very dirty, very dusty. Makes everything kind of black. That's fine. It's kind of gross, but it's good. Keeps things warm. Cooks things. Oh, at the end of this time, the man from the boy finally emerges. But is he a coward still, or will he face his wraths? Will he let the sands trickle out, or has he the courage to turn back the hands of fate? The ferryman sent me to get your ticket, and like a pawn you move where he commands without a thought to reason or overall plan. Do you wonder at all what the reason might be that saw you wake up on a dock out at sea? I've been asking everyone on this forsaken boat, and no one can give me an answer. Perhaps a small mercy they granted unto you, but no such compassion will I bestow upon a craven such as you. The answer you sought I give to you now. A shattered soul taken to an edge, slickened wrists brought about an end. Oh, but this is the end of a story, or the start of another. Most likely the former, as I see no hope for the latter. Shattered soul, slickened wrists, what are you implying? With all the pieces before you, one might think you a bit slow. It was your hand that slew you, yet not that alone, and by your hand the others also found themselves here. I didn't murder them. I've never murdered anyone. Nothing so crude, but in the end just the same. Inaction can be just as strong as inaction. Knives are not needed to cause pain. The sister dead of neglect at age 6, the father drowned in a cup with only his son to blame, and finally the woman waiting for the man who never came. Lily said she died stuck in a toy chest. I had nothing to do with it. Recall the whole story, Marcus, before you say that again. You were in charge of her, something you resent. Had Big Brother watched her, as he had promised he would not have been dead in a... She would not have been dead... Coffin taken too soon. Dead in a coffin. Dang it. Dead in a coffin taken too soon. That's not true. I always took care of her. All the sadder the lie that the teller believes. But in the end, you may fool yourself, but you cannot deceive me. So let the weight of the truth crush you underneath. You alone are responsible, guilty and culpable. You're right, I abandoned her. That's not what happened at all. The only liar here is you. You still have questions, and I have answers. The father drowned in a cup with only his son to blame. The woman waiting for the man who never came. My father? That drunkard was my dad? Of course, who else could he be? But was he a loving father or uncontrollable debauchee? I remember him now, but I know my dad loved me. In the bar, he said he drank himself to death. Let's go to top one. I wonder, what kind of love compels a man to the bottle, where he seeks solace in spirits instead of his lost child? My dad had a problem, but I know in the end he cared for me. Yeah, let's go for that. One more quarrel I have with you before resolution is reached. The woman waiting for the man who never came. I'm the one the woman was waiting for? Yes, the woman whom you once professed to love now waits in the grave. Awash in the masquerade of beyond. You paid dearly to be able to see her again. Ignorant of the results of your actions would spawn. Alice called you a shadow of the person she was looking for. What did she mean? Though it stares you in the face, still you do not see. Flip a coin in the air and watch as it spins. One side shows you, the other side me. I am everything you hate, all you regret, woven into one person, your greatest laments. You're me, and Alice was my wife. I remember now. Alas, it seems that the need for me is done, though do not believe that you have won. One more thing remains for you before you reach the end. Go find the woman, speak to her, and leave nothing unsaid. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Fathom. Let's take it. Whoa, hold on. Did stuff still go in? Look closely. Does coal still enter the flame? Oh, yeah. He's not doing it. The ghost ship is. Okay, well, here, let's go. Let's just keep moving. Let's get back upstairs, because they're gonna send us. Go up. Oh, it's shaking again. I think we're here. Yep. This game was a lot faster. I had no problems this time around. Everything. Oh, there it is. The lighthouse, and then the other option. So yeah, it's nice looking. Oh no. The creepy music, but also kind of pretty. It's funny how something could be creepy and pretty. Oh, our choices. We got the old man. We got our wife. Okay, so I'm just going to explain this really quick. So last time, during the last playthrough, for anyone that hasn't seen it, when we got to here, there was two choices. There is the lighthouse, or there is the door. So we took the lighthouse last time, and we'll talk with these people, and it'll explain kind of what our choices are. So here we go. It's you. I can see you now. Do you know who I am? The boiler man is gone now. Oh, do you know who I am? Yes, Marcus. It's always been you. You found me. How did you come back? Everything went dark, and then I heard a voice. It was you. You brought me back. But now you need to make a choice, Marcus. We're at a crossroads. Crossroads? This place is special. You saw it before I did. It's a junction between the world of the living and the life beyond. It's time to decide. What choice do I have? I'm just a passenger. You're special, Marcus. I hope you know that. I do. You're both part of this world and the world we both came from. But it can't be that way once you walk through one of these doors. I won't hold anything against you. I love you. And I know I'll see you again. If you take the door closest to me, you'll travel to the life beyond with everyone you've met on this ship. And that's kind of where she ends right there. Okay, so let's talk with him really quick. He's going to explain. Well, the cat's out of the bag now, laddie. There's no happy ending here, no sailing off into the sunset. You have a choice to make, and I don't envy you one bit. Know that if you choose this door, go back to the world of the living, there might not be any coming back here. I can't idle by and wait for you forever. Next time you come back, it might be a different ship. Or maybe it won't be a ship at all. I don't know. The afterlife is funny like that. Anyway, you have a choice. And I can't sit here forever till you choose. Go on. So, yeah. The issue I kind of have with these two choices is, well, I mean, if we go back to the land of the living, we just basically just live and then we die. And when we die again and we come back, we should be able to see her and all of her family again once we go to the, great beyond, as they put it. But I'm guessing that what they're trying to imply is that the afterlife is kind of a muddled place, and family members and loved ones can wait for each other on the ship. But once they make it here, that's kind of it. Like, you can stay with those people and move on to the great beyond, or once you go, and you're basically gone. And anybody else that comes along afterwards, it's a crazy place there, so you might not be able to find them. I think that's what they're trying to get at. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. And Marcus is in a weird situation because it sounds like he died by his own hand. but he didn't die, and he's right now in the hospital because the last time we played this, there was the sound of a hospital when we got that other ending. So I guess that he kind of like, since he jumped the gun, he's now in this weird spot where it's gonna be hard for him to be with his loved one. But since we did the lighthouse last time, let's do this one. Let's go with our wife this time. If I can't remember, I think if we talk with her, are you going back to the world of living through the lighthouse, or are you going through the left to stay with me and the others? We'll go through the left. All right, let's see this other ending. Let's check it out. Again, just super simple ends, nothing crazy. But she just said her name over and over. All right. Well, that's it. I mean, that ending was, it was simple. Wasn't anything crazy. Again, just audio, just like the other one. Not bad. She just says Marcus over and over again. Not the end of the world. Again, I think it was fine. I don't know why I was hoping for more, because I knew what the other one was like, but I was kind of hoping for something more. But it's okay. I understand. When you got a budget, you got to stick with that budget, and it's hard, making a scene. Just it takes time to animate a little scene that kind of plays out. So, you got to go with what you got, and the little audio, it got the point across. I think. Marcus. I guess she's happy to see him. That's kind of what I'm taking away from it. She's just happy. Again, thank you guys. Thank you guys for everyone that voted on the 31 Days of Horror Games. Thanks for everyone that tuned in and watched, and thanks for everyone that helped, kind of push us towards doing this video. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in for this special video, this winner of the contest. I think I'll probably do one of these again in the future. Probably won't do 31 horror games. I'll probably just do a week-long event where I play 7 games. You guys get to pick it, vote for a game again, and then I will, do kind of something similar, play the game again and find games that are similar to the game that you guys picked. So, I think we'll do this again. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye.